Before beginning perms, you must understand sectioning, base placement, and base direction. All perm wraps begin by sectioning the hair into panels. The size, shape, and direction of those panels may vary based on the wrapping pattern, the type, and size of the perm rod being used. A basic perm wrap is sectioned into 9 panels. Each panel is then divided into subsections called base sections. Base sections are then wrapped on a perm rod. The base section depends on the size and length of the rod being used. The base section length should measure the length of the selected perm rod being used, and the base section width should measure the diameter of the selected perm rod being used. Base placement refers to the position of the rod in relation to its base section. On base placement, the hair is directed at 135 degrees, or 45 degrees above perpendicular, and rolled down to the scalp, so that the rod sits squarely inside the middle of the base section. On base placement creates the most volume, but can also easily mark, damage, or break the hair. In half base placement, the hair is directed to 90 degrees, or perpendicular from the head, and then rolled down to the scalp, positioning the perm rod halfway on, and halfway off of the lower part line of its base section. Half base placement creates medium volume. This base placement helps to minimize stress and tension on the hair. In off-base placement, the hair is directed to 45 degrees below perpendicular, and then rolled down to the scalp, so that the perm rod will sit directly below the lower part line of its base section. Off-base placement creates the least amount of volume, and puts very little stress or tension on the hair. Base direction is the angle in which the rod is positioned on the head. Base direction can be horizontal, vertical, or diagonal. Remember, wrapping the hair in the direction of its natural growth pattern will cause the least amount of stress to the hair, while wrapping the hair against the natural growth pattern can produce a band mark, or breakage, at the base of the curl. Perm rods can be placed on the head, horizontally, or parallel to the floor. Perm rods may be placed vertically, perpendicular to the floor. Perm rods can also be placed diagonally on the head.